everyone, and welcome to another content management Snacktime Snippet presented by XTIVIA. Today, we're continuing in our series on Contentful Best Practices, and today we'll be hearing again from our CTO and Vice President of Digital Experience Solutions, Vivek Agarwal. With that, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Vivek.
Let me start with the first best practice that we recommend for contentful-based websites, and this is an architectural best practice. While there are multiple ways to deliver content over the web to your end users, we strongly recommend using static site generation or SSG whenever possible. SSG essentially is a process of compiling and rendering a website or an app at build time, with the output being a bunch of static files, including the HTML files themselves and assets like JavaScript and CSS. This makes your website or app faster, more secure, easier to maintain and operate, and more scalable, thereby reaping the benefits of Jamstack or SSG architecture. If you're a large site and you're concerned about long build times with SSG, then you can consider using ISR or incremental site regeneration with Next.js, or deferred static generation or DSG with Gatsby. The next best practice that I will talk about today relates to the security of your Contentful account. Given that Contentful holds important enterprise content, it is crucial to secure your Contentful organization and ensure that only authorized members of your content management team are able to log in and manage content in Contentful. The best practice is to require users to use multi-factor authentication or MFA and not just username, password to log into Contentful. And if you have an enterprise SSO tool provider and are on the enterprise tier of Contentful, then using SSO is an even better option. Contentful SSO works with a variety of identity providers that support the SAML 2.0 protocol, including Okta, Auth0, Google, Ping Identity, OneLogin, and others. Single sign-on is not available on the community or team tier of Contentful, and is one of the key reasons why we see customers choose the enterprise tier. Last but not least, I'll close out with a best practice related to content modeling. There are multiple patterns to handle media or images in Contentful. The most basic being to use the default media tab within the Contentful web app. Your content managers can use the web app to upload and manage media using three basic fields: title, description, and the file attachment and tags. However, in our experience, you never want to use this approach, as you will regret it in the long run. You almost always need more metadata fields for your media assets, and our recommended best practice is to wrap the default media in custom content types that add the desired metadata fields to the core media asset. For example, you might want to add alt text to images for accessibility and possibly even SEO purposes. Another recommendation is to use the Image with Focal Point app from Contentful that allows you to set a focal point for an image, helping content editors center an image and crop it effectively for different devices and screen sizes. This is especially useful for images where the most important part of the image is offset to the left or right, top or bottom. All in all, we strongly recommend using an image wrapper for handling images in Contentful.
Thank you, Vivek. Another great group of best practices. We appreciate your time today, and thank you everyone who came to listen today. Please join us again next week for another content management Snacktime Snippet and some more Contentful best practices.